Football on the horizon and a great place for it. Welcome to historic Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Tonight, a pair of NFC foes squaring off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. The ball is teed up. Kicking team looks ready. And off we go on Thursday night prime time. Brooks now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Purdy throwing here to start. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action now. Purdy. Left side into the hands of Warren. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Purdy will sneak it. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Wilson on the shotgun handoff. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson again. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
4 yards. That's another Packers first down.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand at saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
They're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. Finds him over the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. They're a rookie out of Oklahoma there to make that play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They motion the tight end over. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Ball is caught. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7, Saints nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So now we're going to look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL draft, it's Dak Prescott.
He didn't get the full chance to build on his MVP runner-up season. An injury ended 2024 after just 8 games. But Dak's got a few more weapons around him. He's got a new head coach, a play caller, and at this stage of his career, he's got to make the most of it.
Now he takes it. And he'll go down here, covers up nicely after a gain of 7.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide in practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Dak off the play fake. Throw right side, hauled in by Komet. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We've reached the end of 1 on Thursday night primetime. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Dak now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to get that one to Jalen Polk. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Packers and their running back about to get back to work. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. The rookie Danny Stutzman in on the stop.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Purdy. He takes it himself. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
As long as
line.
these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
So first down from the 41. Now a give right side to Wilson. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Stopped on that play by Danny Stutzman.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to Wilson. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Right side, this is reeled in by Warren. Ooh, and he's out of bounds before he can break it upfield.
A 4-yard
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Whelan to send it flying for the Packers. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely, and that'll be a touchback. Second drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Saints to the line now. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for no gain.
Give this play a mess on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More Thursday night primetime football in just a moment. Now come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun is Prescott. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
And the pack gets home. They drop him. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
8 yards. And it's 3 and out.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. On the return for the Packers, that's Matthew Golden. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. That's the line, he's going to run for it. And he's able to get this down to the 36. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Purdy. It's caught. Warren. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 3 now. Purdy looking to throw. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. But it looked like the Packers were able to cover it. No turnover. They keep possession. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They dodge the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. McManus sends it through. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
See, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hanson and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our third quarter gets underway. On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. Screen here for Williams. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Prescott here from the gun. Finds his running back, Aldrick Estime. And this one only manages a yard before coming to an end out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Third and long for him here. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Even on 3rd and long, he still couldn't bring himself to force the throw right there, and that's okay. As coordinators will like to say, every drive that ends with a kick we can live with. Don't put the ball in harm's way.
They'll bring out the punter here. Kai Kroger is going to kick this one away. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. A give to Wilson up the middle. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. Connects on the crosser. Down to the 10. And it goes the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead.
Saints, nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Pettis. Escapes a defender. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
The Saints
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dak to the air here. He's going for it himself. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They aren't going for this. Snap is off. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Out now runs the Packer offense. They are in great shape here as we wind down this 3rd quarter. They've got a 3-score lead. Another that could put this just too far out of reach. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Wilson. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. So 20 yards on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
And the Packers first down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
That's complete to Reed, out left. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Cut near the goal line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
A gain of 15 yards.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Wilson. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short. Only a yard that time, and now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So we've hit the end of this 3rd quarter for this Thursday night primetime game. The Packers carrying both the football and a good lead into our 4th quarter. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's 2nd and goal. Wilson again. And he is in this time. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers put up even more points in a win. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
McManus on for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Packers make it a 24-point ball game.
Saints, nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Pettis. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And with this loss already assured, they at least want to find some points and avoid being shut out. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Dak now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. To throw is Prescott. Finds his man. It's Demario Douglas. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's Prescott. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back, nowhere to go before a sack.
Need to get that yardage back and a little bit more, too. It's 2nd and 14. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing from the gun here. That's our target, Puka Nacua. And they will face a 3rd down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Prescott to sneak it. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
So 1st down from the 41. First down, here's Dak. Caught, nice game left side. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Give him 25 on that play. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Saints trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll come up on 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Nakua's got it again. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
From the gun is Prescott. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Now it's Prescott again. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Saints putting up points in a game decided. It's a Dak Prescott touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Prescott has his offense ready. They're going for 2.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. He has it, and he's in for 2, so don't write him off just yet. I know the chances are slim, but still a small one in this 2-possession game. Well, Brock, the run's certainly an option as they lined up for 2, but as an offense, what are you looking for when you decide to throw it instead?
Well, you've spent all week working on these plays, and usually you have 2 or 3 that you like. That run game, you're right, you can run it, but there's so much more space with creativity in the passing game, and good offenses, elite offenses, they find a way not just to practice it, but to execute it when it matters.
And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. This is Wilson. Into the second level past the 30. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. The Saints calling for a timeout. So they're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Wilson has the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Packers stretch the lead to 23.
Saints 8. Brandon McManus.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, this is Pettis. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Dak to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Here's Dak. Hits him on the out route. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stop quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage from top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Another throw for Prescott. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Dak throwing again. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And a man is there to knock it away. Great defense to not only deny that touchdown, but force this turnover on downs. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. Well, partner, we could see they had high hopes when they entered the stadium earlier today, hoping to pull the road victory off. We know, though, it can be so tough to win on the road, and there's some dejected faces as they leave this football field.
Never enjoyed these flights home. Going to be a long, silent one as they try to figure out what went wrong, ruminate on the outcome of this game. You never like taking one on the chin, ever, ever, ever. And heading home just gives them all some extra time to think about what went wrong.
Glad I'm not going to be on that flight.